She's out of my league. She's out of your league. She's out of everybody's league. Oh no!
Do you know what your problem is, Kirk?
What?
You're a moodle.
A moodle?
A man poodle. Girls, they want to take you out on a walk, they want to feed you, they want to cuddle you, but no girl wants to do the moodle.
No one would ever do a moodle.
No.
Kirk is a moodle. That is, he's a part man, part poodle, who's always on a short leash with whatever girl he's with. Regardless of whether or not she's good looking or whether or not she's hot, he's always going to be the bitch in that relationship. That said, one day after he's been pining over a girl he's been with for 2 years, she breaks up with him, and while working his job at the airport, he runs into Molly. Now, Molly doesn't really give Kirk a second glance to begin with until she forgets her all-important and almighty iPhone. He calls her and lets her know he has it, and she says she'll be back in town in a couple of days to pick it up.
You're not supposed to be on your phone. It's bad for the plane.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a plane doctor? No? So shut the hell up.
After that incident, the two hit it off. Kirk and Molly go out on several dates, including a hockey game where he doesn't really know if he's on a date or not, or he thinks that he's supposed to be set up with Molly's best friend. This is not the case, and, well, he and his friends can't believe that Molly is actually after him. After all, he's a 5 and she's a 10, and she is indeed out of his league, as they say several times in this movie. Kirk is played by Baruchel, and Molly is played by Alice Eve, both of which are okay. Kirk, or Jay I guess I should say, plays Kirk as well as he possibly can. Michael Cera's it up with being just an awkward, lanky kind of guy who isn't actually that bad looking, but gets an extra half a point for being funny. Now, Molly isn't a 10. I disagree with the fact that she's a 10, but she does have some nice comedic timing. Now, TJ Miller is kind of like a cross between Ryan Reynolds and John Heater from Napoleon Dynamite, and it works for him, and I could see him getting many, many more roles like this. And Kristen Ritter is your usual typical kind of sarcastic, bitchy friend who really does have some of the best lines of the movie. That said, come the end of the movie, there's only really one of 2 or 3 endings that could possibly happen, and none of them are unfortunately original. And although there is some funny stuff within She's Out of My League, for the most part you know exactly where it's going. You know there's going to be the build up to the she's the best girl in the world, I can't believe I'm with her, to the oh no, something's going on, some sort of big fight, she found out I'm not who I am, etc., etc. And then back to the whole, well, literally at the end of the scene, and I know they work in an airport, so maybe that was the reason behind it all, but there's literally a whole, I've got to stop that plane before she gets on it type of deal. And realistically, meh. So let's She's Out of My League, because of the unoriginality, and even though there's some funny, redeeming parts, I've got to give it a closed door. This shouldn't be surprising to any of you that have heard anything about it or seen the trailer, but realistically, unoriginality loses points here, and the comedic acting is just sort of expected. Nothing's over the top, and nothing is unfortunately that good here. This movie is not out of your league. The actors in it aren't out of your league, and this is nothing that's going to go over your head. In fact, you'll probably get bored by some of it. I'm Angry Charlie, and this is Angry Charlie Reviews, and you can check out more of my reviews at angrycharliereviews.blogspot.com, or some of my own movie making experiences and films at don'tmakecharlieangry.blogspot.com.